Okay, you guys, this is a huge deal for me. These are the ravens I've been working on bringing in. I've been here 2 years and never see ravens. And finally they're coming in. They've been coming in last week. Look at how big they are. It's chilly out there. What's 24th, 23rd? And it was 26, it's 25 degrees out there right now. So everybody's kind of fluffed out. You can kind of see. I love ravens. They're just, look at how big they are. And the magpies are big, but look at the size of them. Look at how, and then look at the difference. Look at their tail, how their tail feathers kind of come down to a point. They're like jaggedy to a point. That's how you can tell the difference between a raven and a crow besides the size. The crow has a flatter tail in the back, kind of fans out flatter, where the ravens have the pointed. Oop. But look at their size. Look at the hackles on their neck. It's strange to see more than two. Usually the crows are the ones that are in a big pack, a murder of crows. But I just love, I could watch these guys all day. I feed, this is right, let's see, this is right by my spiral wheel. You can see my wheel out there. And so every morning I put food out there, but it's been the magpies, the pinion jays, and the stellar jays. The stellar jays are cool because they're dark indigo blue, and they have that funny little top crown feather on the top of their head. They look like little jesters hopping around. But I just love the ravens. Just sit here and drink my coffee and watch them. So like I said before, when raven comes to you, it's a sign that you've done your work. You've really done your work. You haven't taken the white pill, so to speak. You yourself have done the work. I've done my spiritual work. I've been on this path for decades, and I've done it right, and I haven't taken any shortcuts. And I work through the heart. And so when raven comes to you, and like I said, there was no ravens here when we moved here. There was no birds here, period. And so I've had to do my work to attract them. And ravens just don't, they're very smart. And they just don't come in your yard like the other birds, the little birds. I have these little blue mountain birds. I don't remember what they're called. But, they're here all the time. That they're just part of the yard, But ravens, for them to just come like this is, because they're very selective. And like I said, they're very, very smart. They know if they're wanted or not. And I know if I peek around too much, they might see me. Okay, and there's my bucket of water that I leave for them. So they know that, and I have to fill it up again. There's something that drinks all the water out at night, and I know the rabbits are out there. I have a lot of rabbits. But there's something else, and I do have a feral cat that lives in the barn. It's a yellow cat. My husband's seen it a couple of times. I have not seen it, but I feed it, and it eats the food every day. So what I'm thinking is, what I'm getting is, this is actually a pair, a mated pair with one of their fledglings who's decided to hang around for a while yet. When I was living in Cotopaxi, I had a mated pair. I told you that story in one of my other videos, how I made friends with them. And they say if you make friends with the ravens, they'll bring their children to you. And as soon as the children came out of the nests, they came in my backyard, and they loved, I had a pool like that, but a bigger one, a lot bigger, that they could swim in. And it was a really hot summer, and it was right off my back deck, and they were so noisy, and they just loved to swim in that pool. They're just a personality. So yeah, I'm getting that this is a mated pair, and then there's a fledgling. But I could just sit and watch them. Watch them all morning. Oop. Get out of there. It's my turn. What are you doing in there? That's the young one. See how the young one is kind of out of the water, almost in reverence? All right, Mom, whatever you say. Okay, I'm going to go back now. Well, son, if you're going to hang around for a while, you're going to do what I say. So, yeah. I could just sit and watch all day. They're so cool. I had to scratch my nose. Okay. Oh, sorry, guys. But I put out 2 mice. I killed 2 mice on the back deck. It's getting to be that time of the year where they're trying to get in the house now. And I have mice poop all over my back patio, my back deck. And so I caught two. Caught 2 as a big rat trap, and I caught 2 mice in the same trap. And threw them out. And the ravens, they came and took them right away. It's amazing how they can see. I mean, from way up in the sky, how they can see that that's a dead mouse. Well, so the other day I caught another one and threw it out there, and the magpies got it. So the magpies are like, oh, cool, free dinner. But when I was living at my other house and made friends with the other mated pair, we had so many mice and pack rats, and we would catch them in the barn, and we would throw them out. And they realized that we were throwing them out, and they would come and get them. And then we started catching them around the house, and I would put them right on the deck of the house, and that was when they had babies in their nest. And so Heckle, the male, he would come and collect the dead mice and the dead pack rats. And those of you who live in Colorado, you know how bad the varmints are. And yes, I'm a vegan, but they are just, and then we have hantavirus, so they carry disease. And they do a lot of destruction. They can just destroy people. They'll go in and destroy the wiring in your vehicles if your vehicle is parked outside. I mean, they're just really destructive. And so I just have to draw the line. But I was helping Heckle and Jack will feed their babies. So I felt a little bit better, but yes, we got 2 mice that came in the house. A brand new house we're in. We just built, we built it 2 years ago. And the 2 mice came, they went up, crawled all the way up on the roof of the house and got into the vent for the dryer. The dryer vent is exhausted out the top of the house, the roof. And they crawled all the way up there and went in the vent, and they were in the dryer vent. We could hear them. And they chewed a hole in the vent behind the dryer, so we have to fix that. And so, yeah, the mice are just terrible. Not to mention they kept us up all night digging and chewing and scratching. But here we are, enjoying my, let's see if I can, oh, sorry guys. They're huge. Like I said, the one in Cotopaxi, when I went down to feed the horses one morning when I was really feeling low, I was like, Gaia, Goddess, I need something to lift me up. And there he was on the fence post right there by the horses. And I walked right up to him and talked to him, and it was so cool because he wasn't afraid of me anymore. And I you think, they're big, but you don't realize how big they are when they're right in front of you. I mean, they're just enormous. But if you're a raven lover, like I am, so they'll, and I've been telling them when I work in my wheel that I'm their friend and that I want to hang with them. I want to go outside and have them not be afraid of me, and that I would never hurt them, and I would love to be able to go out and talk with them. So this is how it starts. This is how it starts. There's, out in the back there on the wheel, that's a stellar jay. Can you see him hopping around in the back there? Oops. The gray bluebird is a pinion jay. They can be quite annoying, as the magpie are very annoying. What do they call them? Camp robbers. And so there's the little bird, little mountain bird. That's the one that, though they are here all winter long. You can tell when winter's coming when they appear. So I have to name them. Now I don't know how long the little son or daughter is going to hang with them. Probably until it finds a mate. So eventually it will be just the 2 of them, and then the 3rd one will have to go on and find its own territory. But you can kind of tell. He almost looks a little smaller, maybe. He's to the right. You can tell he's got that, I'm just a baby, I'm just a baby, I'm just a baby. Don't chase me away. So what better way to enjoy your morning ritual. The wild witch, being with nature, one with nature, drinking her tea, her kombucha, coffee, whatever it is she prefers, and watching nature. And I'm such a bird woman. And yesterday, you guys, oh my God, you guys, yesterday I was taking the dogs out to go to the bathroom, and I'm standing there, and here comes 2 falcons, 2 of them, another mated pair, and they kind of like did me the flyby nod, and they both looked and kind of, dipped their wings at me. It was so amazing, you guys. Falcon can have many meanings. The last time I had a falcon actually follow me, I was out hiking with my dogs, and the falcon followed me on the hike. It flew from tree to tree. It just didn't do the flyby greeting, And it was like, okay, huge message. And there's so many different meanings, and you have to be guided as to which book you're going to go to. You're kind of guided on internet when you go for a meaning, and so that meaning that you get is probably the meaning that messenger has for you. And I was guided to pick up my Animal Magic book. DC Conway, I believe, did that one, and I didn't remember what falcon meant in that book. And so I looked up the meaning, and it meant that I was going to be helping someone cross over. And I was like, oh my gosh, here we go again, And if you listen to my other videos, excuse me, when Owl came to me and hooted on my roof for 2 weeks, that's when Lucky crossed. So when the falcon came to me, that was in October, and I had Guido, one of my poodles yet then, and he was the one that had to help cross over. And oh, you guys, that was so hard. That was just so hard. One of these days I'm going to do a video about all my animals and how I helped to cross, and the signs that they gave me after they left. Here I am, I'm going to get all emotional again. I'm such a baby. But what a beautiful morning. It's like misty out there, and it's 25 degrees, like I said, the last week of October. And so this guy, the parents left, and this guy's alone. So this tells me this is the fledgling. And so fledgling is going to have to go pretty soon and get a mate. He just seems content. Maybe fledgling will stick. Oh, okay. I just saw Stellar. You guys got to see the Stellar. Where'd he go? Okay, he's up in the tree. There he is. They're like little clowns, little jester birds. They're so cool. Where did he go? Oops, sorry guys. He's under there with the rest of them, but oh, there he is. Okay, so there he is. He's coming in. See him? His little crown. Almost looks like a kingfisher, but that is our Stellar Jay, and little fledgling is still here. And parents have decided to move on for the day. So, anyways, morning repose with the ravens, you guys. Blessed be. What a blessed morning.